Join me for max affirmation. It should be comfortable with or without mute, because then it will be more noisy. So every moment,
Yes.
I excel,
I excel,
making my life
making my life
enchanting,
Chanting.
blissful,
My life
blissful.
purposeful.
and purpose.
Let us do it together. Every moment,
Every moment
I excel,
I excel,
making my life
making my life
enchanting,
enchanting,
blissful,
blissful
and purposeful.
and purposeful.
Every moment,
Every moment
I excel,
I excel,
making my life
making my life
enchanting,
enchanting,
blissful,
blissful,
and purposeful.
and purposeful.
Definitely, it is enchanting, blissful, and purposeful. 28 years. For every 28 years, we all know a calendar pattern will repeat. So 1993 Max was started, and 28 years later, we had another pattern of Max Eastman. So we are celebrating the first anniversary and the 28th anniversary. What a wonderful moment. How many calls, how many messages. We are really thrilled as much as you are all. What has Max has done all these years, and how about having a reminiscence of nostalgia? I'm sure it will be nice to see the past glory. As it is said, if you don't remember the history past, the future will be bleak. So let us remember the past. That's the new avatar, what you're seeing of our beloved Reddy sir. And how about seeing a world record video, a Limca record event? I'm sure most of you would have not had the privilege of seeing it because we have
Yes,
recorded and sent it to Limca book also. And let us have that video. That will be
Yes,
an amazing demo of Bhuma, double Ashtavadani, perhaps the only person in the world, I would say. 16 demos simultaneously doing it, and Marish beating even the Alexas, Googles, and Siris for doing 1 lakh calendar year. Let us have that videos.
So far what we have seen is amazing. Now she is going to do something much more exciting, calculating on, what is it? You are going to give a number. The guest of honor, Sri Venkatachalam, is going to give a number now. That number, all the things, corresponding things, she is going to tell one after one. The computer people have to struggle to catch up with her speed. Yes sir, any number you can give sir. You give a number of your choice. Any double digit or single digit, any number you can give. 99. 99 is the one he has given. Now, whatever is relevant number, for certain things number is not there, like country status. Whatever is number relevant, she will tell one after one. Yes, Venkat. 99 pin codes. 99. Pin codes 99 is what?
Is Kodatu.
Kodatu answer has come. Now quotations now. Quotations 99.
The world fastest runner who starts with a struggle to walk.
Fantastic. Now we'll go to ragas. Ragas there is no 99 because only 72 are ragas. Then next one, self-development digest.
How to score high marks in excellent life with all-round development digest. English digest.
English digest. And Tamil, yes. Periodic table one.
Periodic table is Einsteinium 99.
Excellent answer is there. Next one, microprocessor codes. If the number is there for that, no number is there for that. Perpetual calendar is not relevant. And the country's capital not relevant. Shuffle deck of cards not relevant. Phobia, is it relevant? No, not there. Digest Tamil, it is relevant. Please ask.
99 is மனம் ஒரு உலகத்தின் நூல் நிலையம் கேட்பது பலனளிக்கும் எதுவாரும் நீங்கள் தவறு செய்திருப்பீர்களா
99 sir. Is that right? Is that right? Yes. Now next one is India Today magazine. That is relevant.
only 88 pages.
How many pages?
Only 88 pages.
Only 88 pages are there. So there is no what is the next one? 99. 99 is what we will see. 99 from 1600 to 1900. Let us see whether she can tell historical events ending with 99. 99 historical events in 1699, 1799 like that. Come on, yes. Huh?
No event.
No event in 99 from 1600 to 1700 to 1800 to 1900. No event.
98,286.
88,200.
98,286.
286. 98,286. September. Now wait, you are going to give date. Wednesday.
1/8/15/22.
We'll ask from the jury member, other than that,
22,222.
22,222, 22,222, yes sir. Don't give months sir.
Yes.
And the date sir.
Date 24.
24 and which 24, which day sir?
Which is Thursday.
Thursday, yes to tell. Yes to tell.
January, October.
January and October. And October is already come, and that is the thing. Give the big hand please.
We stopped with 1 lakh here because we found Google Calendar was inconsistent beyond 1 lakh. So it's no big deal for us. We can even tell BC. And the best part is, Marish, just like any one of us, was a normal student and trained to discover himself and he is also there today. So nice to have Marish also, and as a college student we trained him, and today he is there with us as a software professional. So these are Limca record events where we recorded, and plenty I would say, 28 years. With this, as sir always used to say in Max Affirmation, even an animal can live a life enchanting and blissful. If there is no purpose, what is big deal? Yes, 28 years, so many records. But what is Max and what is its contribution to the society? That is going to be the clue here. We are going to see what Max has contributed in the form of training, in the form of people management, in the form of tools. Let us take a sneak preview into that.
Unique content, conceived, copyrighted and treasured by Max, 1993 to 2021. Books and tools. Excel, a self-development digest. It is the first book of Max, brought out way back in 1999. It is highly acclaimed digest. It saw many changes and now the 7th edition is brought out. Over 1 lakh of copies are patronized. It is considered equal to 1,000 books. Any page you open, your life is transformed. It is also brought out in Tamil, Munnetram Muttukal. How to excel in studies and score high marks. It is a complete scientific learning skills book for students. It gives 100 unique study techniques. This is first of its kind book and brought out in 6 languages: English, Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam and Hindi. 4 more languages, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi and Gujarati versions are ready for release. This book is a big boon to every student. Systematic Study Planning, Volume 1 and 2. A result of 10 years of research on 30,000 students. It saves time by 6 times. This planner is considered a real blessing to students. Achievers Monitor, earlier known as Achievers Planner. This is a comprehensive planner that helps as your personal secretary 24/7, 365 days. It guides in 7 ways to make your living systematic and focused to accomplish goal. Again, a result of over 10 years of research. Art of Effective Parenting. Written after addressing several thousands of parents on parenting skills, this is considered an eye-opener for every parent. This is brought out in Tamil and Telugu also. Other language versions are under preparation. Storm Your Brain. First of its kind book which trains you on solving brain teasers of creative, analytical, logical, mathematical, language and speed puzzles including repartees. It took 15 years for Dr. Reddy to evolve and compile it. Super Memory for Students. It gives various techniques and application methods to remember the subject matter effortlessly. One can say goodbye to mugging and enjoy learning. It is also available in Tamil and Telugu. You can get permanent memory. This is the world's first ever book on long-term memory, LTM. This will make memory permanent, a real boon to students and adults. It is co-authored by S.R. Venkat. You can counsel your children. A unique book, result of counseling thousands of parents and students. It equips parents on PSA method of counseling, that is Psycho-Scientific Analytical Method evolved by Dr. Reddy and assisted by S.R. Venkat. It deals with over 30 classic case studies of children of all ages. This is considered a must possession by every parent. How to make classes more lively. This book has emerged from Dr. Reddy's experience of training lakhs of students from first standard to PhD and thousands of teachers and principals for over 4 decades. Again, a first of its kind book with 120 activation dynamics to make classes lively. Acclaimed as a must book for every teacher who wants to be a role model. This is also brought out in Telugu. Life skills to excel in life. A ready reckoner for 101 down-to-earth techniques for executives and professionals. A highly received book initially published by Macmillan. Every reader rated it as a lifetime gift. Max Smart Reading. A simplified version of scientific learning skills exclusively brought out for middle school children to make studies a cakewalk. Also brought out in Tamil and Telugu. BSM Bahula Siddhi Meditation. A 20-minute audio meditation involving 9 yogic techniques with melodious natural background music. Practiced by thousands of people of all ages and religions all over the world. Also brought out in Tamil and Telugu. Student Study Monitor Audio CD. An innovative tool for every student to make daily routine perfect and systematic. A first of its kind one. Scientific Study Chair. A result of 10 years of research, India's first ever one to give great comfort and concentration to study. At present, it is out of stock. Will take some time to be available. And above all, a lifetime work. From Zero to Superhero, Part 1 and Part 2. A first of its kind novel book with every skill needed for every student to excel and reach great heights. S.R. Venkat has assisted in bringing out this transforming book. In fact, it is a must for every student with no exception. Though the book is ready in print, it is planned to be released in 10 languages simultaneously. This book is sure to revolutionize Indian education system. And finally, soon releasing a unique book. You would never have heard of such a one. Anchor to Conquer. By just reading once, it will make you as though attending a self-development training all through your life. This is co-authored by S.R. Venkat. Well friends, now comes a series of handwriting books, a result of Dr. Reddy's decades of research and training. All of them are first of their kind in India. They are Max Smart Writing Volume 1 and 2, both script and cursive. Max Fun Writing, both script and cursive. Max Beauty Write Volume 1 and 2, both script and cursive. Max Write in 10 volumes, both script and cursive. Handwriting books for year-long training, both script and cursive, 12 volumes. In addition, beautiful handwriting books in Tamil, Telugu and Kannada for the first time, designed in a scientific way. Totaling 43 books in handwriting itself. Max also brought out innovative handwriting tools like engraved boards, groove pen, magic sheets, letter sheets and guideline sheets all put together so far. Max has brought out 70 books in 6 languages and 7 tools. All are first of their kind. Apart from this, Max has done intensive research and evolved so many extraordinary techniques and equipped lakhs of people of all ages in India and abroad. Not only that, free counseling was rendered to several thousands of people. In addition, Max has trained people to set as many as 15 Limca and world records, organized national and international events and competitions, and broken even Guinness records. To reach globally in a big way, last year, Max initiated the formation of a startup company, Max eSmart, exclusively for online training. This is India's only online platform for complete skills for all ages. Well, with divine grace, this is the work of your beloved Max in the last 28 years under the guidance of Dr. J. N. Reddy, ably assisted by S.R. Venkat. In the whole country, no one has done this much of research on smart skills, learning skills, and life skills.
So that was a man-making mission for sure. And as much as you are all interested, we were all in the office also was very keen to see how the new avatar is going to take it up, namely the online avatar. And you are going to be surprised for sure. And those who have attended the online classes will know that somehow he is able to pass on the energy digitally also. Even in bytes and bits, he is able to send the energy out and bring in the outcome. So let us see the online avatar of our Guru. Sure, your speed reading test was at a real test. Yes, we wanted to rush it up because we have so much to share. Now we have taken a tidbits of the new avatar and we are presenting you this teaser.
Brain is more than a supercomputer. It has got over 100 billion brain cells. Wherever we have attention, we tend to register it in our mind and it stays as memory. Everyone of every age can improve memory. The mind which keeps on wandering here and there comes to the fore and cooperates.
We don't have abilities to forget things. We may not be able to recall when we want, but we cannot forget.
Unless we do the mind programming, we cannot achieve anything in life. These are the techniques which will sharpen your brain. Then your brain is ready to absorb anything that you want to absorb in your studies. You have to visualize for the future before you do any work. Don't shy away from demonstrating it. It has got a purpose.
By practicing this technique, you have two benefits. Number one, your memory improves tremendously. And the second benefit, your creativity improves leaps and bounds.
Your subconscious mind should be attuned to just absorb that method and then perform. Everybody rates you not based on your brilliance. What is student? One who works studiously is student. Student days is not the days to jolly well loiter around and then waste time. So why should your goal achievement to be related to others' performance? That is foolishness. Never ever do it. There is a wonder tree within you. You know what is that? That is your subconscious mind, inner mind. One may have everything, but he is not a good personality. What is the use? It's like a garden without flowers or a flower without fragrance. So when they go late to bed, lots of problems come. Health gets affected. Psychologically, they are not in the safe domain. It aggravates the problem further. So this is what is the right way to handle that situation. Believe me, teenage friendships are not true friendships. Mostly they are time pass associates. When you role model, they will take it up with more acceptance. If your child is an introvert, should not take to management courses, should not go to law. If you think that there is Almighty, omnipresent, omnipotent is there to protect you, how confident you feel? Most often, we forget the difference between needs and wants. For example, the child brings progress report and there is fail marks in one subject. Reaction. What you got today, that is student study monitor. It is a result of intensive, exclusive research.
Every moment, I excel, making my life enchanting, blissful, and purposeful.
It is this country which started world's first ever university. In the whole world, several thousands of foreigners have come to learn in India.
So I'm sure we all are having enchanting, blissful, and purposeful time. If we want to have an energy boost from Maxonians, if we ask them to share their reflections about Max and its workshop, I'm sure 2 lakh students sharing, 2 lakh beneficiaries sharing would itself be a record. So we don't have time for that. So we have recorded a few reflections. Of course, 1 or 2 we want to add live also. And we want to give you what is that we have done. So a few Maxonians have recorded their things and we are just going to show it to you. And from this morning, n number of calls I have received. Then imagine Dr. Reddy's flight. And people have come to the office also to greet him. That is the love and affection, and as he always says, Max is rich with Maxonians, and we really cherish it. Yes. Now over to reflections from a few Maxonians.
Max is special, right? Because being a Maxonian, I know what Max can offer, what Max can turn a particular person to it. For a 9-year-old to say, I am motivated today morning is a big thing. Okay, I have not heard my daughter say I'm motivated. She says to me, the affirmations are great. I'm motivated in the class. I'm motivated to aim higher. I'm motivated to go back to my family. She calls the group of her friends, all of her friends in the class to be her family. She liked doing handwriting. Okay, handwriting. All the techniques that were taught. And I asked her, why did you like handwriting? She said, one thing I liked handwriting is because Jane Reddy sir took the class. I said, yeah, okay, I know Jane Reddy sir, but why did you like it? She said, like, it goes into my mind very easily when I talk to Dr. Jane Reddy. So it was so amazing for me to hear that my daughter had the same connect that I had.
My brain is sharp, then I can tell. If you give me calendar codes, I can tell it very fast. And digits are my favorite because it also sharpens your brains and it can recall. And also objects were helpful and it helped me remember things, like I can use it for other things in my other studies also. My thing is my handwriting improved a lot after learning handwriting technique from Dr. Jane Reddy sir. When I learned it, it was very helpful. I sometimes didn't write it really neatly, but later after a few days, I did write neatly and cleanly. It was a very nice experiment, and to join MAX classes, it was very nice. I feel like I didn't want to end classes. I wanted to go more and more classes more. I didn't want to stop.
Good evening, everyone. This is Chemistry Loyola. Before joining the workshop, I was used to waste time playing games and watching TV, sir. So one method you told, no, sir, to recollect all the things what you did in the morning. So I found that many things I have wasted time on things like playing games and sitting simply. I found, but I'm trying to rectify it, sir. Then it's easy for me to memorize things like using MMF techniques, sir.
Very good.
MMF and mnemonics technique. So if we give a word, means how to relate it, the rhyming word or to make a sentence, I want.
How to write neat strokes and how to grip the pen or pencil, and many funny games and It is very fun with sir. And Venkat sir told us many things about wonders of handwriting techniques. So all the batch in our group, we enjoyed so much with Max Academy, and many worksheets helped us much to write beautifully. And sir told us many things, how to write in exams, how to get marks in exams. Those many techniques helped us. So next time if we write exams, we will use all the techniques, sir. And thank you so much, sir.
After attending this workshop, it was really very useful for me. I thank Max eSmart for teaching these awesome techniques.
Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. This is Jananya's mother, sir.
Oh, yes, madam.
Welcome.
Yeah, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for arranging such a exciting, an amazing class. Even we could also using this type of simple techniques to memorize all our household works too.
Definitely.
Yeah, sir. My daughter, her memory power has increased a lot. And now she is able to express herself, and she is now exploring and realizing herself through this memory techniques.
I have benefited a lot from this program, such as new grip, brain games, which help me calm my mind, and I have learned how to write beautifully in joint and in split. And I learned handwriting techniques, which made my handwriting beautiful. And from all this training, as a result, I got the best handwriting.
It had helped me out in many ways. Like I had got over few places in like esteemed university courses too by help of this. Now I'm actually qualified to be a member of Indian 5G Communication Board.
Excellent.
Yes, sir. So in that we actually used over like binary digits, like how to memorize. There'll be like a code. Not only that, it had helped me over academic ones too.
I'm proud to say I was also a Maxonian. Actually, the Max has polished through nicely to use many techniques, though he's independent, and this techniques has made him more comfortable, and actually it has improved him a lot, especially in the subject is on this online classes. The teachers were more satisfied actually how the Dhruv is able to answer.
He is happy இந்த மேத்ஸ் கிளாஸில் ஜாயின் பண்ணது. எனக்கு ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம் என்னென்னா, மார்னிங் அவன் எழுந்து வந்து சார் சொன்ன அந்த பிஎஸ்எம் மெடிடேஷன் அது ரெகுலராக பண்ணுறான் சார். அது ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது. தென் எவ்ரிடே பேரண்ட்ஸ்க்கு வந்து அவன் நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணுறான்.
In my 40 years life, these 40 days are a turning point, another turning point actually, I would say actually. Yeah. How the 20 years ago, somewhere in our lifetime, one turning point. The same way, what I feel now is another 40 years of my lifetime, what I've learned would drive me.
We love the sessions. I've already said in the classes, I always waited for classes to come, even in the Saturday, Sunday. Why are they not keeping classes in Saturday, Sunday? And just free, it's lockdown only, and I would like to thank Jay and Reddy, sir. He taught me about the handwriting sessions. It really improved my handwriting. It was like nothing before that. And I love the way he taught Venkat sir. And it was like a friend group in the classes. They all encouraged me to talk more and be interactive in class. I would never do that in my online class. I was scared and I know the answers, but I won't. But now I'm bold to talk, and thank you so much.
Definitely, sir. Otherwise, me being a bio teacher, definitely not possible to memorize periodic. Never in my dreams it is possible.
Usual parents on the morning keep saying something or the other to the children, so obviously they don't have that feeling. All the instructions sometimes we feel it's going waste. So whenever சொல்ற விதத்துல சொன்னா கண்டிப்பா கேட்பாங்க அப்படின்ற மாதிரி. No, he also has changed a lot. He become more organized. நிறைய வந்து ஸ்கூல்ல எல்லாம் வந்து first when this online classes started not on time. Before that, he usually goes to school on time. இப்போ வந்து now he is like more organized. Morning எழுந்து கரெக்டா வந்து அவங்க ஸ்கூல் டைம் மேனேஜ்மெண்ட். அதே மாதிரி ஹோம்ஒர்க்னா நீ never write anything. You always have a comparing attitude, because I have a younger one, always keeps comparing. But now, like he is very good in அதெல்லாம் வந்து ஓவர் கம்பேரிசன்லாம் இல்லாம ஓகே அவன் வந்து அவன் வேலையை பார்க்கறான். So I'm feeling very much relieved that I don't have tension.
Dear Maxonians and friends, Namaste. I am J.K. Reddy, a senior practicing chartered accountant for the past 40 years. I am one of the founder trustees and a financial advisor of Max Academy, which was promoted in the year 1993. I am also one of the thousands of Maxonians who attended the Max Excel training course and got benefited in several personality development aspects like other Maxonians during the past 28 years. I am equally glad to say that Max eSmart, which was promoted during September 2020, is amazing, unique training program. My hearty congratulations and best wishes to my elder brother, Dr. Reddy and his team on this 28th anniversary day of Max Academy and first anniversary of Max eSmart. Friends, I conclude with a sloka from Vedas. Utsahas sahasam dhairyam buddhi shakti parakramaha षडैते यत्र तिष्ठन्ति तत्र देवोऽपि तिष्ठति तत्र देवोऽपि तिष्ठति. God will dwell permanently in the hearts of the persons who possess the 6 virtues, namely enthusiasm, adventure, courage, intelligence, energy and valor. That's ability. I wish all the Maxonians are blessed with these 6 virtues and God be with you in all your endeavors. Namaste.
I thank all the people who are sharing, and of course our showstopper, show stealer, if I say, as usual, J.K. Reddy sir, our trustee and our beloved guide. So this is just tip of the iceberg. I'm sure there are plenty, as I said. Now with this, let us take the next in action. Max, though we deal with complete life skills, self-development skills and scientific learning skills, in people's memory, Max is all about memory. So no Max show can be complete without a memory demo. We chose 4 memory demos for this evening. The first ever memory demo is by an online participant. On the very first day of the class, she said, I'm the eldest and I don't know how am I going to cope up with this class. Because our organization, which is very dear to us, and almost every single employee of the organization is a Maxonian, starting from their MD. So she said, my organization has sent me at this age and I don't know how am I going to do. As you can expect, in his own way, sir said, Madam, don't mind what is your age. Then she told her age. She is 60 plus. Then immediately sir said, I am elder to you. So I am the eldest of this batch. When I am training you, why not you do it? And that is the start. You are going to see her demo. She did exceedingly well. She could not join today because of some very unexpected personal reasons. She was all energy, and 6:30 we start the class. 6:15 she will be the first person every single day. And the kind of energy she brought in was simply amazing. Just like a child, her enthusiasm was so much. And the day she started that she can do amazing things, it was really on top of it. Miss Lata Menon, her memory demo, you are going to witness. Okay, 13 was asked, the 1-3.
Kuttur.
Yes, Kuttu vacha mari solringa. Yes, it is Kuttur. 104.
Brahmagulam.
Yes, illana Kuttu veikalam nenachom solliting. Okay, 120. Okay, 101. Sorry.
Guruvayur.
Okay, 562.
Yes, and this Arattukula.
Yeah. Correct. 507. Areas, please ask areas also.
Yes. Poverty.
Okay. 123. Do we have that number? 123?
Yes. It's
yes,
Konathukunna.
Okay. Desamangalam.
532.
Wonderful. 532. One more. Chundal.
502.
662.
Kalparabba.
Yes. Vadama.
732.
We'll Swiggy one Vadai for you for sure. That is correct. 751.
Eravimangalam.
One last. Kaipamangalam.
Kaipamangalam. 681.
681. Brilliant, brilliant, fantastic. We are going to go to one of the ultimate demos of remembering a book and its page number. 11. Lata madam, 11.
Ever enthralling expressions on
Creativity.
65.
65. The joy of orderly living.
60, 61 and 62.
Think positive, madam.
97.
Yes, it is 97. Work is worship.
90.
90. Worship. Excellent. She did 4 memory demos and she was outstanding. She exploded mental blocks of many people to start with herself. We know that she'll be able to do, but she realized and she was doing amazingly well. After that, couple of her staff came even in this batch and they still talk about her. So she set a benchmark. As we grow old, memory power will increase. We Maxonians know it and it is time we tell people it. Our next demo is memory cube. Double-edged memory we say. While performing memory, yes, memory demos, every single Maxonian has done so many times. But while doing it, doing something else. Way back, we did memory dance. They'll be dancing and they'll be demonstrating their memory skill. Then we went on to do memory veena, memory drums, memory flute also we did, memory violin we did, whatnot. This is memory cube. We have young Maxonian Rupesh, who will be solving a Rubik's cube, more than one cube, because he hardly takes 30 seconds to solve. And he'll be demonstrating periodic table of elements as well as countries and capitals. So get ready to ask questions. Questions will be entered only in the chat box. Periodic table 1 to 50, any number of your choice, you are going to type, and I will ask Kailash. He's in the one is Kailash. Can you spotlight Geeta? Can you spotlight Rupesh? He's in 2 cameras for all of us to see. So he'll be doing periodic table as well as he'll be doing countries and capitals. So can you, that is Rupesh. He's in one more. I am just spotting him. Okay, already questions are there. Wonderful. Yes, that is the spirit what we want. Okay, to start with, let us have this angle. We will add the other angle camera soon. You're all able to see, but for him to, madam, can you go closer? Yeah, so that we can see his cube solver. Still closer? I'm sure people can see it. Yeah. So, ready, Rupesh?
Yes, sir.
You have to tell little loudly. Okay. So, I have question starting from 41.
Niobium.
Can we have the answer? I'm sure there is a PhD in chemistry in the form of Dr. Reddy and others. Can we have the next slide where we have the periodic table? Yes, 41 is niobium. Rupesh, please wait because you will finish. Okay, 22.
Titanium.
Yes, 22 is titanium. I have germanium.
32.
Germanium is 32. Shalini, can we have the periodic table slide? Chromium.
24.
Okay. Can we have 43?
Technetium.
That's right. 20.
Calcium.
Syria.
Damascus.
That's right. Nicosia.
Cyprus.
Yes. Hungary.
Budapest.
Portugal.
Lisbon.
Amsterdam.
Netherlands.
Belgium.
Brussels.
Colombia.
Bogota.
Mexico.
Mexico City.
Finland.
Helsinki.
Oh, somebody is patriotically asking India.
New Delhi.
Venezuela.
Caracas.
Norway.
Oslo.
Okay, Norway is Oslo. This is amazing, is it not? This is what is possible. We are having this demo just to tell people that don't think if you do one thing, I'm really tired, mind is distracted. If I do this, I'm getting tired. Absolutely nothing. Simultaneously, you all saw him solving this Rubik Cube and answering. So this is just possible. And I'm glad to announce that he is planning for a record of doing this memory cube in a very fast plus doing memory. So we have a future aspiring record holder here in the form of Rupesh. Let us give big hands for him. That's excellent. Yes, Rupesh, you did really well. Great.
Thank you, sir.
Our next demo is equally amazing. We have a participant, Sundar Dandapani. Mr. Sundar Dandapani, and he is a cyber security expert. And while he was attending the online session, a new cyber security framework was released as we were doing the workshop. And he wanted to memorize it, and he has taken the time to do it. Probably till date, he's the only person who has memorized the entire framework brought out by MITRE, M-I-T-R-E. They are the world's renowned body with respect to cybersecurity. And Mr. Sundar, Maxwell Sundar has done that particular thing. It's a process-oriented work, no numbers and all complicated words, of course, technical words. Yes, Sundar, we're glad to have you. Can we have this slide, please? So we have, let me explain the process. We have a heading and there is a subheading and the process involved. So, for example, if you are going to ask message encryption.
Okay, so message encryption comes under harden.
Yes.
Yeah, message hardening.
Message hardening, harden. Just to give you a sample, message encryption was asked and he has answered message hardening under harden. So like that, you are going to send me questions in the chat box. RF shielding.
RFI shielding comes under hardening, platform hardening.
Next slide, please. We have 3 more slides in that. This is really tough. Okay, I will take a question. Local account monitoring.
Local account monitoring comes under detect, platform monitoring.
Yes, you have detected correctly. It is on that platform only. Can we have everything in pointer authentication? Okay, that is not everything. You please tell where is pointer authentication.
Pointer authentication comes under harden, application hardening.
Can you go to the previous slide? It is harden. Pointer authentication. Yes, application hardening. Okay, somebody asked you to tell everything in platform hardening.
So under platform hardening, you have disk encryption, you have driver load integrity checking, you have RFI shielding, you have TPM boot integrity, you have bootloader authentication, and then you have software update.
Fantastic. Next slide, please. IPC traffic analysis.
Okay. IPC traffic analysis comes under detect network traffic analysis.
Okay, there is a question. Forward resolution domain deny listing.
Isolate network isolation.
Isolate network isolation. One last. Okay, decoy file. Probably this file was a decoy.
Yeah,
decoy file.
Decoy file comes under deceive decoy object.
That will be the last. Decoy file. Deceive an object. So the last, firmware embedded monitoring.
Yeah, firmware embedded monitoring code comes under detect, platform monitoring.
Yes, it is detect and platform monitoring. Very good, very good. Thank you, Sundar. Thank you for this wonderful demo. Yes, it is such a abstract one, but trust me, we all know he is not demonstrating his mugging ability. Mugging is not an ability, and for mugging ability, we don't need to do any program. So we are dead against it. It is memorizing. He has memorized, he has used a logic. Thank you, Sundar. Thank you for this wonderful demo. Now the last demo for today, and It is by a doctor. And to introduce the demo, I invite Dr. Sudhir. Yes, doctor. Can you say a few words about the demo?
Good evening to all and happy anniversary. Dr. Nikhil, who is going to demonstrate. Actually, if you look in medicine, the most toughest thing is remembering medicine names. So we need to remember a lot of medicines, their dosages and their side effects and classification where does it come. So the ideal way is to show this demonstration to know where this drugs come under, which classification. Once you know this classification, you know the mechanism and the side effects and all that. So Dr. Nikhil will be showing this, and apart from that, he is also going to show other inventions, whatever ophthalmic inventions the scientist and the as a second set. This is for doctors. Now we have Google and you can search, but ideally any doctor, we actually need to know the drug name, the dosage, so that we give a proper dosage to the patients. So Nikhil will demonstrate on this classification of drugs and how to recollect them. Dr. Nikhil, all the best.
Thank you, Dr. Sudhir.
Thank you, sir, for kind introduction. Thank you, sir.
Yes. All of us know Dolo, or let me say Saridon. But what is the base of it, how it is formed? And as I was interacting with him, it was really surprising to know that even many doctors don't know. They know only by the tablet name, may not be by the classification. So if we give a wrong classification medicine, which is a little higher powerful straight away, then there is a possibility of superbug also, which is really scary. So here we have, it is going to take some time for us to understand what is going to do. Let me try to explain it further. See, these are all medicine names. I'm sure you can play a game with remembering the spellings and whatnot. Suppose if I'm going to ask him, Dr. Nikhil, can you tell me all the 14-membered ring medicines?
14-membered ring are basically, these are membered ring which are molecular structures of the drugs, which we actually don't think of remembering during prescribing. But to remember that way is, there are aminoglycosides, which are 14-membered ring, which are ketolates and the normal ABC group. So that concludes erythromycin, roxithromycin, erythromycin, clarithromycin, chloromycin. Yeah.
All these are looking like Kaurava names for us. All are challenging only. So here we have a flow chart and the medicine name. So you are going to pick a name if you can. I am sure it's really challenging. Probably I'll take help of our Guru Reddy sir, because he is also seeing for the first time. We haven't shown to him also. It's a surprise for him also. So I would request you, sir, to choose, if you tell a drug name, he is going to say to which generation it becomes and to which classification it becomes. I request sir to proceed. Let me ask, others can, if you can type so fast, please go ahead. Okay, I already have. Sulfadoxine.
Sulfadoxine,
yeah,
is a sulfonamide classification of groups, drugs,
yes,
in which it is a long-acting one.
Long-acting, that's right, long-acting sulfonamide. Next slide.
Nikhil, sulfamethoxazole, famous drug.
Yes, sir. Sulfamethoxazole is again a sulfonamide, which is a sulfa group of drugs, and it's an intermediate acting, sir.
Yes, it is intermediate. There are plenty of questions to ask here. I will ask which is easy. Okay, ampicillin. Somebody has asked ampicillin.
Ampicillin comes under the aminopenicillins, which are the extended spectrum ones, which come in the middle group of penicillin group of drugs, which is semi-synthetic ones.
Can you point out, Geeta, if you can? So penicillin, semi-synthetic penicillins, in that extended spectrum penicillins.
And then aminopenicillins, in which ampicillin comes. So it's a 5-generation one.
5 generation. I think it will take generations for non-Maxonians to do this. Okay. Tazobactam.
Tazobactam is extended spectrum penicillins, which are the most advanced drugs. Means none of penicillin works, then tazobactam comes in the picture.
Okay, it comes under a specific
broad spectrum.
Broad spectrum. You have a different name here. It is listed as similar to semi-synthetic penicillins. There is one more category.
Like the synthetic one, the finest one, the tazobactam, sulbactam, those drugs.
Yes, that is correct. It is, your typing skills are tested now. Albendazole.
Oh, albendazole is basically against all the worms in the stomach. I can name them from the start. Roundworm, pinworm, hookworm. Then comes the whipworm. Then comes the filariasis. Then hydatid disc. Then whipworm. Then Trichinella spiralis. And all the worms basically. Albendazole is used.
Yeah, I think this medicine is Joe root of all medicines.
Yeah.
As much as Joe root of England, this is Joe root of all medicines.
Yes.
Next, please. Okay, somebody's typing. Tetracycline.
Tetracycline is another group of drug, but it also comes as a amoebicidal drug, in which it is a luminal amoebicide.
Yes.
And it comes under antibiotic, the last classification.
Yes, it is. Okay, chloroquine.
Chloroquine is a basically anti-malarial drug, but it is also given to the worms in the stomach, anti-amoebic drugs, what we call it as.
Yes.
And it is an extra-intestinal amoebiasis, which is out of the intestine which amoebiasis occur. It is a tissue amoebicidal.
Excellent, excellent. Next slide, please. This is a cute tree here. We have Dapsone. Oh, easy to type.
Oh, Dapsone is an anti-leprosy drug, which is the master of all drugs, which used to be given for leprosy patients extensively. It is a sulfone derivative.
Yes, sulfone derivative. People search cell phone, but you're able to say just like that. Okay, Amica.
Amikacin?
Yeah, I think Amikacin. Yeah.
Amikacin, it is a basically fluoroquinolone kind of drug, which is a second line of drugs given for the anti-TB, sir.
Yes, anti-tubercular. Group 2. Yes, it is. Okay, probably last two. Clofazimine.
Clofazimine.
Yeah,
Clofazimine comes as a line 5 drug for anti-tuberculosis also.
Yes.
And it's a phenazine derivative. It also comes for anti-leprosy drug also.
Can you go back and let us check? Can you go to the previous slide? What did you say, Doctor? Anti?
It's an anti-TB line 5 drug, sir.
Anti-TB, yes, that was true. You said something
And
else.
it's also anti-leprosy drug, sir. Phenazine derivative.
Okay, next slide. Probably the last. We'll take two more from this. Okay. Cefixime.
Cefixime.
Yeah.
Is a cephalosporin, which is a big brother of penicillin. Basically, cephalosporin have 5 generations. So cefixime comes under 3rd generation.
Cefixime.
In the 3rd generation, it's an oral cephalosporin.
Yes, it is oral. Probably the last one. Okay, somebody wants all the 3rd gen cephalosporins parenteral.
Okay, parenteral. It is ceftriaxone, ceftazidime, cefoperazone, ceftriaxone, ceftazidime.
Ceftazidime.
I'm repeating, I guess, ceftazidime. 5th one is ceftriaxone.
Yes, it is.
Dr. Nikhil?
Yes, sir.
I would like to ask a different question.
Yes, sir.
How much time you took to do this memory?
Sir, in between emergencies, I was almost ready to give up 2 days back. Venkat sir was one who promoted, doctor, whatever you're doing, just go on.
That's fine. How much time? How many hours roughly?
Roughly, sir, I would say, if sincerely counted, it's 1.5 hours for all the demos.
So totally?
1.5 hours totally, sir, start to end.
Incredible even to me. Okay, 1.5 hours. Let me say very magnanimously 1.5 days.
1.5.
Let me no, not that you are lying. I'm only saying let it be even 1.5 months. Dr. Nikhil, what is your experience as a doctor? How many years old?
Okay, shall I remove it, sir?
Please,
yes. How many years since you are a doctor?
I am a doctor since now 2011. 10 years, sir. 10 years.
10 years. And before that, another 7-8 years doctor studying.
No, sir. Including studying 10 years, sir.
Okay. 10 years.
Yeah.
So what you could not do in 10 years time, you could do not even in 10 days, not even in 10 hours. Hats off to you. That is what is the efficacy of a technique. Congratulations.
Yeah, it's only technique, sir. It's only technique. It can't happen with mugging.
Yes.
Why don't you say a few words, doctor? It'll be nice. We have so many aspiring doctors here, residents, I would say, and many students are there. So I think this occasion calls for a few words from you.
Yeah. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. That's what Max concludes for me. My parents, my grandfather specifically, were the biggest guru who always wanted me to go for such extracurricular things which helps you in curriculum. I happened to meet Dr. Sudhir sir from Shankar Netralaya, who's my guide as well there. He introduced me to this course, and then I met superpower Dr. Reddy sir and ever inspiring Mr. Venkat sir. Why am I saying this? Ultimately, all things come to that one science. Everything has a scientific base. We being a science student, me being a doctor, anyone being an engineer, aeronautical engineer, we all are science students. Everything has a scientific base. And when you consider someone guru, the automatic transfer of knowledge starts happening from that minute. Believe me, I was never so flawless before this particular memory which happened today, the demo. In all my demos, Venkat sir can tell that. It only happens when I consider someone as a guru. Then that knowledge sharing starts happening. It's a vibe. It's only can be imagined. It can't be placed in the words. So Max helps you not for all these gross things, all the things which are marvelous, amazing, which sir had shown in 30 minutes. I am a Maxonian, proud Maxonian only from 3 months, but Max teaches you within the lines, within the words. I'll tell you, not going into depression, not making you realize that you can forget. How to forget unpleasant things, how to forget unwanted things, how to focus and get yourself tuned in your life, right from getting up early in the morning to schedule your events to remember everything at the end of the day. That's what Max does. And someone who does Max memory course can understand this well. So at the end, I would just like to say, this can be said in a Hindi song. They say, "Tera mujhse hai pehle ka nata kohi, yu hi koi dil lubhata nahi." So that's what is the Max family for me now. Thank you so much.
You have to tell us the meaning.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Can you tell us the meaning?
Okay, it's not, sir, that I have met you just by a fluke, just by a connection. I had to meet Dr. Sudhir, sir. I had to make my father sent here in SN. I had to meet you two and other amazing. Lata ma'am was a proud batchmate of mine, I would say. So it is all destined, and my destiny favored me, sir. Thank you so much. Wonderful. So that's the relation I had with you guys. That's why I happened to be with here as your student, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful. It is our destiny to be here.
Yeah,
so,
thank you, sir.
In fact, there is some more demo which he has done. Excuse us, doctor, to save time. We are going forward with that. He has done more, in fact, to save time. We are shifting base. So this is what we have done with respect to memory. And this is the time for us to have the Kali Yuga Krishna, I would say. This morning I was talking to a Maxonian and we two were talking about this only. How can somebody be so cool and just give techniques and concepts just like that? It can be done only by Dr. Reddy, he was telling. So to that extent, it is just possible for him. And as somebody was telling, as his brother was telling, 6 facets, and his energy is something simply unbelievable. I've been watching him closely for 22 years and I haven't found the source of his energy. Though he shares all the techniques, but I think there is more to it. So in that way, this is the time for us to have Dr. Reddy. And I also request him to give away certificates for a few students and executives who have done the workshops. And over to you, sir, for your anniversary address. We are eagerly waiting.
Thank you, Venkat. Dear friends, before I share my thoughts with you, let us have a short certificate ceremony. What a wonderful demonstration of skills. For want of time, we could not show from many participants, executives, students, parents, very many. And everybody has done commendably. though it is online, recently we have not done any direct training, as you know, for the last over 1.5 years. And even though it is online, I was apprehensive to start with. I was myself amazed by the performance of the participants, shattering the mental block that online we cannot effectively learn. So they have learned wonderfully. You have seen for yourself the way they have demonstrated. It may not be useful to you, Dr. Nikhil's thing for a layperson, or Mrs. Lata's thing to another person, or a student's performance to another person, or periodic table to some other professional. But it gives an idea that any professional can do wonders through memory and memory techniques, not by mugging up. This is what the message conveyed to all of us through these demonstrations. Now, let us have the certificates issued to a few participants, and I congratulate them for doing very well, and they richly deserve to receive the certificates. Yes, please. Some of the friends we have taken online training program very recently and concluded just this week. I'm very eager to share my thoughts with you, friends. Dear Maxonians, invitees, and fellow citizens, from all over the world you are attending, wherever you are Indians, and you have Indian ethos. Friends, what I am going to share today is perhaps going to be very useful whether you are a student or a retired person. Let us see what it is. In the last 10,000 years of human history, India is known for its glorious achievements. It is this country which has started first ever university in the whole world. But today, where are we? Not even one among the top 100 universities in the world. What an unfortunate situation. It was this country which brought out yoga. World over, eminent scientists have researched on yoga and declared not even the latest advancement of science can explain 1% of yoga. That was the efficacy of yoga and its scientific background. But today, what is the scientific contribution of Indians? Not even 1%, my dear friends. World's largest number of institutions we have, but not even 1% of scientific inventions and discoveries are from India. India was the richest country in the whole world till 16th century. We were controlling 1/4 of the world's economy. It was the one and only country which was selling diamonds, pearls, and gems in streets like vegetables. Such a great country India was. But today, we are rated developing country by others. What an unfortunate thing. Why this scenario? What has happened? We all know the reason. Several foreigners have invaded, looted, robbed us, and made us pulp. When we got finally independence, we were 35 crores of population. But today, 135 crores of population. What a burden to the nation. Very, very, very dense population. It is a real problem for any country
135 crores of people, many of them are unemployed. Many of them are mediocres. Well, friends, if only we do something else, what is it? Convert this mediocrity into excellence. Then this 135 crores of population will become an asset to the country. You know, in the whole world, less than 25 years of age people are highest in India, as much as 25% of the population. That is, India is the youngest in the whole world in the population statistics. That is our asset. If we can make all these youngsters talented, and middle-aged people are equally contributing, and even the retired people, there is no retirement. Retiring yourself, taking a different perspective, different route, until we breathe our last, there is no retirement. So if everyone, every citizen performs with excellence, definitely our country will bounce back to excellence, bounce back to superpower status. This is possible when we realize that we use only 10% of our brain power. An intellectual uses 10% only, but a genius like Einstein is estimated to have used only 15 to 17% only. In other words, if we can use 5% more, we can become men and women of excellence. And what kind of men and women of excellence? As Venkat said, just like that he said, Kali Yuga Krishna, he quoted and mentioned me. Yes, I am Kali Yuga Krishna, not one person. 135 crores of Kali Yuga Krishnas are possible in this country itself and even in other countries. When we can follow the dictum given by Lord Krishna, you know what he gave? Yoga Karmasu Kausalam. Excellence at work is yoga. If you patronize excellence, in other words, if you worship your work, you become a yogi. And yogi is in communion with God, and he would become God. He would become Krishna or Jesus or Allah, whoever it is. Well, friends, this is just possible by two things. One, by will. Unless we have will to do something extraordinary, we cannot achieve. Second thing, even if I have will, I need to have something else. What is that? Let me share with you. Suppose there is one friend or yourself. You are taking that friend to a railway station. He has to catch a train. 15 minutes time is there for the train to start. You are 10 kilometers away from the railway station and it is city you are living in. Evening, heavy traffic. It is just not possible to be there even in 1 hour, 15 minutes, leave alone within 15 minutes. Is it possible? Impossible. But it can be made possible by one and only way. What is it? If only you have a helicopter, you can just pick your friend and then take him and then drop him there and make sure that he reaches the place and gets into the train. Whether you have helicopter or not, if only you have a helicopter, you can make it, is it not? That is a tool, that is a skill. In the same way, what appears to be impossible, we have seen our friends right now demonstrating what was impossible for them for decades. Several decades, I have seen people unable to do. In days, they are able to do through skill. So first one is will. Second one is skill. And with will compiled with skill, it will take you up the hill. That is what is the need of the country. So friends, I thought I shall do in my own way. I shall contribute to the national progress, national renaissance. In 1993, I thought I shall found this MAX mission, a man-making mission with vision. When I wanted to do that, I thought of writing the very first sentence before I started this. And that very first sentence is this. It was just shown to you. I wrote this sentence. Very few succeed by nature. Everyone can excel by nurture. I repeat, very few succeed by nature. Everyone can excel through nurture. If you nurture yourself, if you train yourself, you can definitely achieve great things. Once you realize that it is possible to nurture, when you nurture, the second thing goes. So I wrote the next sentence before starting this academy, and that is this, friends. The greatest discovery of your lifetime, the greatest discovery of your lifetime is not Newton's, not Einstein's, not Edison's. The greatest discovery of your lifetime is yourself. You are the discovery of your lifetime. Then, when we discover that we are capable of doing wonderfully, achieving great things, and contributing to the national renaissance, then I wrote the next one, third one. That is what we started this session this evening. That is the affirmation of Max. We start all Max functions with this and end with this. Every moment I excel, making myself enchanting, blissful, and purposeful. Friends, examine this very carefully. Every day it is not. Every year, every month, every hour, every minute, not. Every moment, no moment excluded whatsoever. I excel. Is it possible? Throughout my life and making my life three-way, enchanting. It should be enchanting. Perhaps that is not difficult. Be pleasant to others. Blissful, that is difficult. You have to be happy internally also. Even if you achieve that, the third and the most important one is purposeful. That is very, very important. We must live with a purpose, for a purpose. Can you do that? Yes, excellence reaches its pinnacle. And Martin Luther King Jr. said about this reaching pinnacle. You know what he said? A man should do his work so well that the living, the dead, and the unborn could do it no better. If it falls your lot to be a street sweeper, even if you happen to be a street sweeper, immaterial, sweep the streets like Michelangelo painted pictures. Sweep the streets like Shakespeare wrote poetry. Sweep the streets like Beethoven composed music. Wow. Whatever work we do, if we start doing that work like Ravi Verma painted pictures, Rabindranath Tagore wrote poetry, and Ravi Shankar played sitar, certainly our country will bounce back to superpower status. But then, friends, while doing that work, you have a goal and you want to achieve that goal. Only when you achieve that goal, you will be happy. Let us say by 2030, Abdul Kalam gave 2020 to make India superpower. It could not be done. It got delayed. Maybe another 10 years will extend. By 2030, we'll make India a superpower, let me say. So we work. Only at 2030, when we see the result, we'll be excited. Is it not, friends? For example, a student wants to do very well in his studies. He writes examination. He prepares for 1 year and he writes. Only when his results come and if he gets excellent result, he will be happy. All through the year, there is no excitement. Is it not? You have one goal. Suppose you want to construct a very big bungalow. You have 3 years goal for that. And you work hard. You have planned so much. And you wait for 3 years. And at the end of the 3rd year, if you are able to do that, seeing that bungalow, you will be excited, elated, delighted, excited, enthralled, whatnot. But it is only momentary, only for a few minutes or a few hours or a few days. That's it. Thereafter, it is back to square one. Even if you live in a palace, after 6 months, it will be very normal. So, friends, any goal you aim at, until you achieve that goal, you will have to slog, struggle, no enjoyment. But only when you achieve it, There will be excitement only for a while. This is not the way we should live in. Now, I'm here to share with you a wonderful process for everyone, student or adult or anybody, to live most wonderfully, truly in the spirit, in the letter and spirit of Max affirmation. That is how to enjoy every moment of your work. I repeat, how to enjoy every moment of your work. Yes, it is possible. Get me, my dear friends, I will share with you. You just have your goal, whatever be your goal. It is national goal or personal goal. You have that goal and the period. Yes. And split that into short-term goals. For instance, you have a 3-year goal. Split that into 3 one-year goals. And that 1-year goal, first 1-year goal, you split into quarterly goals. That quarterly goal, first quarter, you split into monthly goal. That monthly goal split into weekly goals, and weekly goals split into daily goals. And you go like that quarter after quarter after quarter, and after 1 year, go do the same thing for the second year and third year, and go on like that. In other words, every day you are sure what you need to do. Today, what you need to do, you are very clear. You have no doubt about it. Now, when you do this work, split into short terms, what is your goal? I was giving an example that you build a bungalow in 3 years' time. That was your goal. Now you have split into short terms and you have planned what you need to do quarter-wise or weekly-wise or daily-wise. Now your goal is no longer building a bungalow. Amazing? Yes. It is not at all your goal. A student wanting to do exceedingly well in his exams and doing this short-term splitting, thereafter no longer it is his goal. And as Indian, wanting to become superpower in 9 years' time from now, we split into short terms in our own contribution. It is no longer our goal, reaching a superpower status. Then what, sir? Our goal is to complete the work we planned for the day. So, when you do your work, when you pursue that work, you would have delight, rather enjoyment while doing that work because you are completing the process. By chance, you are helped. By chance, you are trained. Then you will pass it on to next day and you will complete it that day. You will not postpone forever. And this is possible when it comes to a goal. Suppose you are an employee in an office. You don't have a goal there. Everyday routine work you need to do. Sir, in that case, how do I split that long term into short terms and daily goals like that? Yes, my dear friend. Any employee for that matter, whether he is a MD or a sweeper, is a noble profession. Every profession is a noble profession. It is only degree of difference. Without a sweeper, scavenger, you cannot live in that place. You cannot work in that place. Therefore, he is equally important as an MD. Without a clerk, without a manager, without a GM, without any of these people, you will not be able to do that job. So every employee should realize that he is doing a noble job, a sacred job, and he is facilitating the process of accomplishing something so that the company does well and gets good profits and pays more taxes. And with that taxes, the country will have more facilities provided to the people, to the citizens. In other words, whatever you are doing, whether you are a peon or an officer or an MD, you are rendering human service to the nation, to every citizen, including the beggar on the road. If we realize that every day we get excitement while working, and that work cannot kill us, it only kindles us further. So day in and day out, you enjoy, whether you are working for your own personal goal or a professional goal or an organizational goal, it makes no difference, friends. This is one step that I want you to realize. Let me take you to the next level. Next level is very, very important. You know what it is? In Gita, it is said, Karmanye vadhikaraste ma paleshu kadacham. Do your duty, leave the result to divinity. In other words, we have no control over results. We have control only over our performance. Not realizing this, many people get depressed when something goes wrong. We are slated to get the cake when we deserve to get it. Phalam bhagyanusarani, it is said in Sanskrit. The result depends on your bhagyam. It may be delayed. It is never denied. It may be very fast. It will be definitely be there, whether slow or fast. So when we do work, we shall not look for the result. That means we shall not expect result. I am not saying without expecting results, which fool will do. But don't look for the result and get lost. It is like a dancer expecting claps and concentrating on getting claps, not concentrating on the dance. You do your best in dancing. The dancing will get the claps, appreciation. That is what Lord Krishna said. So friends, we will all become Kali Yuga Krishnas when we realize this. We will do our work. I do my work with utmost dedication, total dedication. Then our country will certainly become rich. When we become rich, when you become rich, I become rich, every one of us become rich, country will become rich, because country is not just trees or rocks. When people are rich, country is rich. And when country is rich, these days people call it superpower. Whatever knowledge you have, they don't care. They don't bother. You have money, you are called a superpower. So we shall bounce back to that superpower status, friends. Let us realize from today onwards, we will split every goal into short terms and we work for that work. That work will take care of, it will work for the result. Well, friends, please realize a bud of rose never doubts its ability to blossom and spread the splendor of fragrance into the air. A bud of rose never doubts its ability to blossom and spread the splendor of fragrance into the air. The innocent cuckoo is never bogged down by its looks from singing sweet melodies into the skies. The tiny ant is never tired of executing fantastic tasks several folds to its very size. Knowing this very well, we human beings, special creations of God, doubt our abilities. There is a dormant genius within us. Unleash it. Explode your doubt. Resolve to sprout. And let us resolve to make our country a superpower by 2030 at least. Friends, let me conclude my message with a minute's dynamics. May I appeal to all the friends to close your eyes. Everybody assembled here, close your eyes. Well, friends, realize, visualize that today is 2030 January 26th, Republic Day. 9 years later, close your eyes and then deeply visualize what I am saying. Everybody is hailing, praising, admiring, applauding, commending the greatness of this nation. This country has become a superpower in science and technology. It has surpassed many landmarks. Its contribution, its might is amazing. Spiritually, our country has progressed. We have re-established dharma, righteousness, and people are living very happily. Everybody is happy. Family, Vasudhaika Kutumbam. Everybody is happy in this country. Everybody is affluent. Just visualize very deeply. What a wonderful thing in your lifetime to happen. We did not see the glorious past, but the renaissance happens by 2030. you are going to be the witness. And how? Not by somebody doing it. We must take the lead and do it. How we do it? We must do our work with excellence. When I do my work with excellence, when I become rich, my country will become rich because every citizen aims to become rich, not by hook or crook, by rightful methods, and develop intellectually, develop technologically, scientifically, economically, educationally, we will become superpower. Now, friends, slowly open your eyes. Let us, all of us, swear to do this. Resolve to contribute our might. Never ever underestimate your ability to do it. The squirrel example is very, very, very appealing to all of us. The squirrel is not a small contributor, 100% contributor in Ramayana. It is one thing which has given completely whatever it could give. That is why Rama could take it into his hands and then left indelible marks. You will be interested to know only squirrels in India will have that marks. Squirrels abroad, you will not have it. I have seen in America and other places, those squirrels will not have this. Very interesting to know. So let us be squirrels. Yes, you do in your own way. And our country will progress to great heights. I wish you the very best. And I'm sure we will celebrate next anniversary in a much, much greater gaiety. Wish you all the best. I deem it a pleasure and a privilege to have been associated with so many people like you. It's all God's grace. And I register the great support and assistance by Venkat and all my teammates and co-faculty members. But for them, I would not have been able to do all this work. Thank you, friends. God bless all of us.
Thank you, sir. The September rains have come through your words. Thank you for the downpour. And squirrels we are, and let us leave an indelible mark. Thank you. I'm sure this will charge for the next 1 year. I'm sure they'll meet you in between, but yes, this anniversary message will take a lot of energy into us. So before we conclude, many parents were asking for the forthcoming batches. Let us have a quick view of all the batches. As you know, we are going online. So many live workshops, recorded workshops for parents, and it's aplenty. It's for you to have a wonderful opportunity to take advantage of this. Yes. the exams, we have scheduled the workshop dates and we'll let you know, and you can browse maxesmart.com where all the workshop details and registration is very much available. Let me invite Maxonian Vijay to propose the vote of thanks. I'm sure it's going to be a challenging job for him because how many to thank? So many, right from 93 to 2021, and the progress goes on. Yes, Vijay.
Thank you, Mr. Venkat. Thank you for the opportunity. At the outset, let us all join together to give a loud round of applause to the founder of Madras Academy for Excellence, which went on to become as MAX, and now the chairman and managing director of Max eSmart Skills Private Limited, who has been celebrating this day, the founding day of Max, as his birthday for the last almost 3 decades, Dr. J.N. Reddy. So such has been his commitment of putting his blood and soul to bring Max to what it is today as Max eSmart Skills. So coming to my duty as to give you the vote of thanks, let me begin with giving a big thank you to all the special invitees, academicians, dignitaries and guests for having joined us this evening to take your time off for this wonderful occasion, and I'm sure we got your mind blown away. A big thank you to all the Maxonians for having made this special occasion even more special. As always, once a Maxonian, you're always a Maxonian. So keep practicing, make yourself proud, and keep the name of Max flying high wherever you are. Last but not the least, I thank all the participants for having put up such a wonderful show, and once again proving that very few succeed by nature, but everybody can excel through nurture. So thank you once again. Have a wonderful weekend and good night.
Thank you, Vijay. It was an awesome vote of thanks covering everybody. You are also proving that you're a memory record holder, not to miss anyone. So nice. And all good things should come to an end, and so do this particular evening. On my behalf, I extend a very, very wonderful thanking evening to Sir for having this time with us and all the Maxonians. Let us conclude this session, as always, with Max affirmation. Please join me. Every moment.
Every moment.
I excel.
I excel.
Making my life.
Making my life.
Enchanting. Blissful. And purposeful. Sure, it will be so. Thank you, one and all, for making this evening a memorable one. And wish you all the best. Good day.